Reluctant Persuaders by Edward Rowett. The Appliance of Science.
Morning, Teddy. Morning. Who's this?
Morning, Joe. This is Elgin.
Hello. Hi. What are you doing in our office?
Oh, well, I suppose I work here.
What do you mean you work here as what?
A copywriter, I think.
You think?
Definitely a copywriter. But I can do something else if it's more helpful. If you need anything photocopied, let me know. Where the photocopier is and how to use it, and if I need a special...
We don't have a photocopier.
Oh, thank God.
Who hired you?
Mr. Hardacre.
Why would Mr. Hardacre hire you as a copywriter without telling us?
Ah, Starling, Beach. I see you met my son.
Of course.
Dad, you weren't supposed to tell them. I don't want them thinking I'm special.
You're not special, Elgin. There's no danger of anyone thinking you are.
Roger.
And don't call me Dad. This is a place of work.
Yes, Dad. I mean Father. I mean Mr. Hardfather.
Now make yourself useful and get me a coffee.
Does anyone else want anything?
Not relevant, just go.
Morning, everyone.
Hi. Can I get you a coffee?
Yes, bring me a quadruple espresso.
Righto.
Who is that?
My son, Elgin.
Unusual name.
I'm exceptionally good at naming children.
Like the Elgin marbles?
Yes, his mother's Greek, and I wanted to remind her who's calling the shots. Ironically, she got custody in the divorce.
What's he doing in our office?
Mr. Hardfather hired him as a copywriter.
Be quiet, Beach. It's all under control, my dear.
You can't just hire your large adult son without telling anyone.
Elgin has the highest available advertising qualification. My DNA.
I wish I had some of your DNA, sir.
Don't be appalling, Beach.
We don't need a new copywriter. Get rid of him.
Elgin has the potential to be a valuable member of the team. He's bright, dedicated, hard-working, and how else was I supposed to get his mother off my back? She's sick of him, lounging about the house.
I thought he was bright, dedicated and hard-working.
Well, he would be if he wasn't so bloody lazy. The boy's 26 and he's never had a job. I blame his mother. I sent him to the best schools, the best university. He's had every advantage handed to him on a silver platter, yet somehow he's failed to learn the value of hard work.
So don't hand him a job he hasn't earned just because Mummy asked you to.
I've never been able to say no to her. Shortly after Elgin was born, she said to me, Rupert, you could have a family that loves you, or you can keep having these cheap tawdry affairs. It's time to choose. And I said, fine, I'll keep having the tawdry affairs. And I was grateful to her for laying it out so clearly.
Fine, I'll fire him once he gets back with my coffees.
Well, could we give him a week? At least I can tell her I tried. Call it an internship.
Unpaid?
Of course. If he's hopeless, at the end of the week we can fire him.
As long as I don't have to interact with him in any way before that.
Of course not. We'll shut him in with Beach and Starling and forget all about it.
Do we get a say in this?
No.
What's my dad like?
As a boss?
Just in general.
We don't see him much and he's not that interested in anything we do.
What's our boss like as a dad?
I don't see him much and he's not that interested in anything I do.
What do you do?
Not a lot, to be fair. This is my first real proper job. Except apparently I'm not being paid and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Welcome to Hardacre's. Are you interested in advertising?
It's not totally my thing. It's always seemed a bit sinister. Like men in suits telling you what to do and think and buy.
That's exactly what it is.
Not you chaps, obviously. Please don't tell Dad I said that. He doesn't like people speaking ill of advertising. I'm already his least preferred child.
I'm sure that's not true.
I've seen his wall chart. I'm at the bottom of the league table.
Who's at the top?
Tiffin, I think. Or Melbury.
Tiffin and Melbury.
He's exceptionally bad at naming children.
You got off quite lightly.
That's what Icarus is always telling me.
Listen up, everyone.
No. I have an announcement. As you know, Elgin is my son.
Dad.
Be quiet, Elgin. But that doesn't make him special. And he's to be given no special treatment. I don't think of him as my son, and neither should you.
Thanks, Dad.
Be quiet. This goes for you, too. I want you to forget you're my son.
Roger.
Very helpful, Rupert.
Don't
now,
slouch, Elgin.
Sorry, Dad.
Will you sit up straight?
Yes, Dad.
Not that straight. I won't have you being taller than me.
Sorry, Dad.
And would it have killed you to wear a suit?
I don't own one.
Don't say that in front of people. Have you forgotten you're my son?
But you told me to
Never forget you're my son.
Sorry, Dad.
And will you stop calling me Dad?
Sorry, Dad. Sir!
I have news. We've been invited to pitch to the University of Oxford.
That's incredible news.
Well done, my dear, well done.
This is the happiest I've ever been.
May I finish?
Of course, sorry.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
There's no way that sentence could go bad.
We've been invited to pitch to the University of Oxfordshire.
Is that the same as...
No.
I was wrong about the sentence.
They're an online-only institution. Video lectures, chat rooms, seminars, that kind of thing. They want an ad to wipe Oxford University off the map.
Oh, fine. Totally doable.
As an online-only institution, they're looking for an online-only campaign. Something funny and shareable and guaranteed to go viral.
Presumably you told them it's impossible to guarantee something will go viral?
No, I said we'd do it by Thursday.
How about I got a yearning for learning?
Cambridge. More like Lanebridge.
Elgin, any ideas?
You don't want to hear what I think.
Yes, we do.
Oh. Well, the best thing about the internet is you can learn for free. This seems like men in suits trying to charge for it.
It's a qualification, I suppose.
That you don't need. I spend loads of time on the internet. I'm teaching myself to be an autodidact.
Oh, like a robotic...
No, Ted.
The internet practically raised me. I always say it's like the dad I never had.
Mr. Hardacre never spent any time with you growing up.
We did have his bi-monthly father-son interactive communication, business and learning seminars.
Wow.
They weren't as much fun as they sound. I learned way more from the internet. How to boil an egg, that the earth is flat, all kinds of stuff.
The earth is flat?
Joking, Ted.
No, I'm not.
Please be joking. The Earth's a globe, Elgin.
To each his own.
His own what?
His own opinion on the shape of the earth.
No, not to each his own that. You can't believe everything you read on the internet.
I've done my own research, Joe. I'm not stupid.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying... I can't think of a way to end that sentence.
It looks flat and it feels flat. You only think it's a globe because the men in suits have told you so.
It looks flat because it's big and we're small. You can't always trust your eyes. You can't just ignore science.
You sound like my old chemistry teacher. And I proved her wrong. Just didn't show up for the exam.
You're not helping, Ted.
I never do.
If you only believe your eyes, fine. Look at the photos and footage of Earth from space.
Ah, but who takes those photographs?
NASA?
Exactly. Don't get me started on NASA.
I think I have to. What's wrong with NASA?
Well, who are they?
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
But who are the National Aeronautics and Space Administration?
NASA! That's what NASA stands for.
They're just more men in suits.
Men in space suits.
Exactly. How do I know those photos aren't faked?
Because why would they be?
To trick us and control us. To keep us in the dark. I think I'm just more of a skeptic than you, Joe.
No, this isn't skepticism, Elgin. It's paranoia.
Is it paranoid to suspect a worldwide NASA-driven conspiracy regarding the shape of the Earth?
No.
Yes! Do you tell people about this?
Of course. They have to know.
What do they say?
Mum thinks it's really interesting.
What about your friends?
As I say, Mum thinks it's really interesting.
Right.
No, I do have friends. They think the same as me.
Really?
I mean, I met most of them on the Flat Earth chat forums, so it's maybe not that surprising.
There are flat earth forums.
Chat Earth. That's where I first learned the truth. I was sat in my bedroom on a Tuesday morning eating potato smiley faces, and it just hit me. There has to be more to life than this.
And there is, but this isn't it.
I don't mind you thinking the Earth's a globe, Joe. You believe what you want, and I'll believe what I want.
This isn't about what we want. It's about what is. The Earth is a globe. That's just a fact.
There are always alternative facts. You just have to look for them.
Elgin!
That's the best thing about the internet. It's democratised truth. We don't need the University of Oxfordshire. We've had enough of experts.
I haven't. Cover me in experts. They're just people who know things.
Or men in suits trying to control you.
Did somebody say my name?
No,
Elgin, I thought I told you to sit up straight.
Sorry, Dad.
If only we knew where this fear of male suit-wearing authority figures might have come from.
Enter. Ah, Starling.
Sir, I wanted to talk about Elgin.
Words rarely spoken.
Did you know he thinks the Earth is flat?
Oh, Elgin's always obsessed with some ridiculous fringe nonsense. First it was UFOs, then the Loch Ness Monster. For a while it was the Liberal Democrats.
Have you ever talked to him about them?
About the Liberal Democrats?
About his interests?
I have better things to do than engage with that rubbish.
But he might listen to you. You could talk him round.
Starling, I hope it goes without saying that I pray you never breed.
What?
Was that not clear? I didn't think I needed to say it.
I don't think you did need to say it.
But if by some improbable turn of events you do become a father, there's one lesson you'll learn above all others about the maddening, thrilling, frightening, world-changing, life-affirming journey of being a parent.
What is it?
Sometimes you have to write a child off.
Sorry, write a child?
Write them off, Starling. They can't all be winners. You've got to know how to separate wheat from chaff. And Elgin is chaff.
Have you ever told him that?
Do you think I'm a monster?
You just used the phrase, write a child off.
Of course I haven't said it to his face, just frequently behind his back.
But have you ever taken any interest in anything he's done?
No, because he's never done anything that interested me. That's hardly my fault.
Maybe if his dad paid him a bit more attention...
Look, are you questioning my parenting skills?
No, sir. I would never. Though, again, you recently used the phrase, write a child off.
Don't waste your time on Elgin. I didn't, and it turned out fine.
For who?
Me, obviously.
So, the Earth is flat, the moon landings were faked, and Tim Peake is a dirty liar.
That's what I think. But you should make up your own mind. Do the research. Examine the science. Draw your own conclusions. You can't just rely on people telling you things, Teddy. Anyone could be lying.
Even you.
Even me. You should question everything anyone tells you.
Or should I?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Or is it?
Yes, it is. Trust no one.
Or perhaps I should trust everyone.
No, trust no one who tells you anything, including me, apart from me right now when I tell you that you shouldn't trust anyone who tells you anything.
Or should... No, I get it.
Amanda?
Finished the Oxfordshire pitch?
Haven't started it. I need some advice.
Joe, why do you keep bringing me into your problems?
I guess I see you as a sort of...
Don't you dare say friend.
mentor?
I like the acknowledgement of hierarchy, but not the suggestion that I care.
I think you do care.
And I don't care what you think. No, Joe, I am simply a woman that you've met. What's the problem? Quickly.
It's about Elgin. He thinks the Earth is flat.
Go away, Joe.
I'm being serious.
So am I. Stop wasting my time.
But Elgin...
Tell me, how is another man's opinion on the shape of the Earth possibly any of your business?
Because he shouldn't have an opinion on it.
So, let him believe what he wants.
Even if it's completely insane.
He's Rupert's son. How well-adjusted did you expect him to be?
That's exactly it. Mr. Hardacre doesn't give a damn about him. He doesn't have anyone to put him right.
Apart from you.
I think I have to.
Joe, I hope it goes without saying that I pray you never breed.
Why does everyone think that goes without saying?
If you ever do end up with a child, you can teach them that the Earth is any goddamn shape you please. Until then, Elgin is not your son, and he is not your problem.
But
You wanted my advice? That's it. Consider yourself mentored.
So, could you sail off the edge of the world?
Teddy, I can't believe how much you don't know.
You sound like my chemistry teacher as well. Except she was crying when she said it.
You can't sail off it because there's a wall of ice around us. That's the Antarctic.
I thought that was at the South Pole.
Haven't you ever wondered why commercial airlines don't fly over the South Pole?
I have often wondered that.
If you believe the globe is the most direct route from Australia to South America, but they don't fly it.
Because they don't want to upset the
Because
penguin, because it doesn't exist.
That's what the Antarctic Treaty is all about. Governments keeping us from knowing the truth.
But why do they do it?
That's what I've got to find out. It's up to people like me who've seen through the lies. I'm special. You could be too.
Huh? The doctors already say I am.
I don't suppose you'd want to team up.
Would love to.
At the moment, it's just me on my own in my bedroom. But if you came on board, it could be, well, you and me in my bedroom.
We'd be like Sapphire and Steel, or Mulder and Scully. You, the dogged investigator determined to find how high this thing goes. Me, your sceptical but sexy partner.
Are you sceptical?
What I lack in skepticality, I make up for in sexuality.
Really?
You should see me in a catsuit.
Then I have just one question. Teddy, are you ready to question everything?
Yes. Or am I? Yes, I am.
Laura, could you not do that? I'm trying to work.
I'm watching Elgin's YouTube channel.
Of course he has a YouTube channel.
So far, I've learned the Earth is flat, NASA faked the moon landing, and I can't trust men in suits.
It's rubbish, all of it.
But how can I trust you in that suit?
Oh, Laura.
I know, it's rubbish. He's out of his mind. That's why it is so funny. I've already sent his videos to everyone I know. They all think he is hilarious.
Laura.
He wants people to watch.
But he wants them to take him seriously.
Well, clearly that's not going to happen.
I don't think he realises how stupid he looks.
And then someone should get him a mirror.
Elgin Hardacre explains it all. Explains it all! Yeah! Welcome to episode 271 of Elgin Hardacre Explains It All. Today, I'm joined by special guest, Teddy Beach.
Skeptical, yet sexual.
Teddy is what's known as an anti-expert,
I have literally no expertise in any subject whatsoever.
which makes him the ideal guest. He isn't biased by knowledge.
They call me the blank slate.
What are you two doing?
We're filming a video for my YouTube channel. We're doing a segment called Breaking the News. I take a story from the fake news and break down the agenda behind it.
The fake news.
Just something from the mainstream media.
You can't put stuff like this online. What if you ever apply for a job and they Google you and find this?
People are more open-minded than you think, Joe. 52% of the country now accept the moon landings were fake.
Because 52% of this country are idiots.
Why don't I make some tea? Calm us all down a bit.
Why are you wearing a catsuit?
I'm going for a vibe.
I can't handle this.
Yeah, it's too tight. I acknowledge that. Oh.
What are you doing, Ted?
Elgin and I have teamed up. You could be on the team too.
I don't want to be on the team. And nor should you. This is not a good team. This is a losing team.
It's like a reverse Mighty Ducks.
Tell me you don't really believe this stuff.
Oh, you know me, Joe. I don't really believe half the things I believe. We're just having fun.
He isn't. This isn't a game to Elgin. It's his life.
But who is he hurting?
Himself. He lives in a bubble. His family don't care. The internet tells him he's right, and now you're encouraging him too.
But if it makes him happy...
I don't care. He needs to live in the real world.
Like you?
Yes.
Are you happy?
Obviously not. We're not talking about me.
Can't you just let him believe what he wants?
No, I'm going to burst his bubble.
The Oxfordshire team are on their way. Are you sure you want to do this, Joe?
Are you still going to fire him tomorrow?
Obviously.
Then I've got no choice.
The words of a man preparing to make a terrible choice.
He'll go back to being unemployed, having virtually no human contact, and spending all day on the internet. Does that sound like a good life to you?
You had me at virtually no human contact.
I can't let it happen. I'm going to save that lost boy.
All right, Joe. You are not Peter Pan. As long as the client's happy.
They will be.
Where is Elgin? And Teddy, for that matter.
They're on the roof, measuring the horizon with a spirit level.
Well, if you want them in the pitch, you'd better fetch them.
Hi, everybody. Now, I know you want something funny and shareable and viral. Trouble is, you're selling knowledge, and knowledge isn't funny. Specifically, you're selling knowledge on the internet, and that's a dangerous game. That can go wrong, and when it does, that's funny. With that in mind, we've created a series of character-driven comedy sketches that can be shared all across social media.
Elgin Hardacre explains it all.
Meet Elgin. He was raised by the internet.
I'm here to tell you that the Earth is actually flat.
He's 26, he's never had a job, and he broadcasts from his bedroom in his mum's house.
Mum, I'm filming a video. I'll hang up my trousers later.
He believes the Earth is flat, the moon landings were faked, and we're being fed lies by a sinister cabal of men in suits.
I know what you're thinking, and yes, the moon is a hologram.
He lives in a world of alternative facts, fake news, and post-truth.
Which is just one more reason not to trust NASA.
Elgin is internet learning done wrong. You're internet learning done right. Enroll at Oxfordshire University today. Don't be an Elgin. Morning, Ted.
Oh, hello.
Any sign of, Elgin?
Not since he ran out after the pitch.
Right.
The horrible, horrible pitch.
Starling, congratulations are in order.
Did we win Oxfordshire?
I've no idea. I mean about Elgin.
What's he done?
Came to me first thing to announce he's turning his life around. Said it was time to stop living off his parents, get a proper job, and a place of his own.
That's great news.
And he apologized for the embarrassing mess he's made of his life and for letting me down so badly.
Did he seem happy?
Quite the reverse. The childish enthusiasm that made him so intolerable was gone. He was a changed man.
Oh.
Like he'd had all the spirit crushed out of him.
Oh.
Like every last bit of innocence and trust had been stripped
I get the
away
idea,
from...
sir.
And I have you to thank, darling. He said he'd never have realized what a disgraceful failure he was as a man and a son without you pointing it out.
I'm glad I could help.
You know, I feel almost warmly towards you, Starling. It's a very odd sensation. Like you're the son I never had.
What about Elgin?
Oh, what about him?
Well done, Joe.
All right, Ted.
It sounds like you really taught Elgin a lesson.
If it makes him turn his life around, it has to be a good thing.
But he was happy before. And you've made him sad.
The world is sad, Ted. Spherical and sad.
Oh, hi, chaps. Just come to pick up my stuff. I'm not sure I'm much use at advertising. And apparently I'm being fired.
Elgin, look, I owe you an apology.
No, Joe. It was funny. And the client liked it. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
It's like my dad said when he missed my 4th birthday and every subsequent birthday. The work comes first. Plus, I needed to hear it.
Maybe not like that, though.
Seeing those people laugh at me made me realise some stuff about myself. I think probably the Earth isn't flat.
Probably not.
Maybe I knew that all along. But it was fun, to pretend.
You could still pretend?
No. I think it might not be fun anymore. Plus, Dad says he's going to get me an internship with an actuary. So that'll probably be just as good. It's like the ad said, right? Don't be an Elgin. I should go. Dad's buying me a suit. Thanks for everything.
Elgin, wait. I do want to apologise.
Really, there's nothing to apologise for.
You should never trust men in suits. I don't work for your dad.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I work for NASA.
What?
In the Misinformation Propagation Department.
The misinformation?
NASA send me in when someone's getting too close to the truth. I have to scare them off by any means necessary.
You're one of the men in suits?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! This is huge! I have to... Wait. This isn't true, is it? You don't have to do this, Joe. I can handle the truth.
Elgin, the truth is, either I work for NASA and the Earth is flat, or I work for your dad and it's not.
So which is it?
I think you should believe what you want to believe.
You do work for NASA! I knew there was something off from you right from the start, because why would you care so much about what I believe? Oh, well, your cover's blown now. I'm going to tell everyone about this.
Do your worst. You'll never thwart the evil schemes of the National Aeronautic and Space Administration.
Just you wait. Thanks, Joe, for telling me the truth.
That was a cool thing you did, Joe.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I sort of was banking on him choosing to believe the other one.
Well, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Might Mr. Hardacre be annoyed?
I don't think I really care.
Joe, do you really work for NASA? I knew it. I was just wanted to check.
Reluctant Persuaders is written by Edward Rowett and directed by Alan Nixon. It stars Nigel Havers, Mathew Baynton, Josie Lawrence, Rasmus Hardiker, Olivia Nixon and special guest James Northcote. It is script edited by Mark Evans, produced by Gordon Kennedy, and is an Absolutely production for the BBC. Reluctant Persuaders by Edward Rowett. Holidays are coming.
A bar, Christmas Eve.
Walton's, where Christmas lives.
Where it goes to die, more like. Can you switch that off?
Not a fan of Christmas?
Not a fan of the commercialisation of Christmas.
Don't you work in advertising?
Well remembered.
Thanks. Now drink up so I can close.
It's only 11:30.
It's Christmas Eve. Don't you have somewhere you'd rather be?
If I did, I would be there.
No Christmas plans?
Actually, I'll be seeing a very special lady.
Girlfriend?
No, I'm going to watch the Queen's speech. This is my first Christmas without my parents.
Oh, they're not around anymore?
No.
Sorry to hear that.
Because they've gone on holiday to the Bahamas. One more for the road?
Oh, as it's Christmas. Same again.
Make it a double.
One double beer coming up. And for yourself. Oh, thank you. Very Christmassy of you.
I don't feel very Christmassy.
Because you're sat in here moping. You should be out having fun.
I was at my office Christmas party tonight. Got a bit out of hand.
The party, earlier.
I give you Joe Starling.
Well done, Joe. Very good. Thank you, sir. Everyone, I quit.
The bar, later.
You quit your job?
Yep.
On Christmas Eve?
Yep.
No wonder you need a drink. Hope you had a good reason.
To really understand You have to go back to the year 2013.
Yeah, I don't care that much. Just tell me about the party.
It was at the office.
The party, earlier.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Hey, Merry Christmas party, Joe.
And to you, you're here early.
Well, I'm watching our numbers. I think we'll hit 20 million by midnight.
20 million people have watched our ad.
Well, 19 million and then me a million times.
The bar, later.
You did a Christmas ad.
For Walton's department store.
As in?
Where Christmas lives.
I didn't realise I was in the presence of a genius. Makes me cry, that. You wrote it?
I did.
No wonder you were having a party.
The party, earlier.
Walton's, where Christmas lives.
Can we watch this again?
Hello, you two.
Merry Christmas party, Amanda.
You came.
Of course. I'm the life and soul of any party. I come bearing news. Big news. Any sign of Rupert?
Haven't seen him.
I also have not seen him.
I'll save it till he gets here. Doubtless he'll want to make an entrance.
Was somebody saying my name? Don't worry. Rupert Hardacre is here. The party can start.
Nice of you to join us.
My dear, Rupert Hardacre is never premature.
The party, 51 minutes earlier.
Was someone saying my name? Don't worry, Rupert Hardacre is here. The party can... Hang on, where is everyone?
Just me so far, sir. You're early.
Damn it. I'll be back later. Don't tell anyone I was here.
Right.
Rupert Hardacre is never premature. This is the first time it's ever happened to me.
Earlier still.
Was someone saying my name? Don't worry, Rupert Hardacre is here. The party can start.
Party's tomorrow, Rupert.
So it is. Right, I'll see you then.
The party, later.
Now I've arrived for the first time. Let's get this party started. Rupert Hardacre's festive knees up are legendary. The one I threw in 1986 is still going. Lots of the original guests are dead, but that hasn't stopped them. So, we've got a lot to live up to. Did anyone bring any drugs?
Better. I hired a karaoke machine.
Karaoke? This isn't a party for women.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Rupert.
Come off it. As if we have any use for a karaoke machine. Ha!
The party, 4 minutes later.
I'm dreaming of a wild Christmas.
The bar, later.
Sounds like you were having fun.
We were.
Joe, here you are.
How did you find me?
I always know where to find you.
You know me so well.
Yep, and I installed a tracking app on your phone.
Did you?
I like to know where you are at all times. This way, even when you're not with me, I'm still with you. I watch it for hours sometimes.
I'd like to uninstall that app.
Don't make me microchip you, because I will do it. What are you doing in here?
Drinking.
Then I shall join you. Barman? 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 Barman?
Sorry, didn't see you there.
Barman never do.
Go on then, what'll it be?
I will take a bourbon.
That's a chocolate biscuit. I can do nuts, crisps and pork scratching.
Yes, please, line them up. Oh, and do you have the blue stuff?
If we do, it's in the fridge.
Doesn't look like it. I've probably had enough for one evening anyway. Mustn't overwork the liver.
You what?
The party, earlier.
Well, Beach, are you having fun?
Loads. Thanks for laying on this spread.
Well, I like my subordinates to feel a sense of value.
I do, sir. You've even got the blue stuff.
Well, I thought I'd lay in a little of what you like. I didn't realise what a remarkably low alcohol content it has.
Well, that's why it's so nice.
Well, enjoy. We don't want you overworking that liver of yours, do we?
Don't we?
No. We want to keep it nice and healthy, just in case.
Just in case what?
I'm teasing you, Beach. Take it from someone who's lived a lot longer. A strong, vibrant, fresh set of organs are a tremendous asset. To me.
The bar, later.
So, are you really leaving?
It sounds like you need to as well.
Well, I won't stay if you don't. I've already started thinking what other jobs we could do as a pair.
Ted.
How do you feel about figure skating?
You know you don't have to leave just because I am.
Oh, come on, Joe. You'd be lost without me, tracking your every movement with an app.
You love Hardacres.
I love it the way it is. It won't be that way if you leave.
Things can't stay the same forever.
What about Cliff Richard?
Apart from him.
I know what this is about.
Do you?
I saw you at the party.
The party, earlier.
Merry Christmas, Joe!
A world's best friend mug. Thanks, Ted.
And I mean every word. What do you think Amanda's big news is? You don't think she's leaving, do you?
She would have told me.
Or maybe her and Mr. Hardacre are getting married.
I guarantee it won't be that.
I hope not. I'd hate her to marry Mr. Hardacre. I'd rather she marry me.
They're in here, my dear.
Everyone, it's time for my big news.
Please don't leave us.
Of course I'm not leaving. You idiots would be lost without me.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is good news. Consider it an early Christmas present.
Don't marry Mr. Hardacre.
Shut up, Beach. Of course she can marry me if she wants. Is that what you want, my dear?
No. Waltons want to commit to us for the next year. There, that's the news. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, splendid.
Already?
And they're doubling our budget. They want to go bigger and better.
Bigger than 20 million views?
Yes. So start thinking. Big.
The difficult second Christmas album. Think you're up to it, darling.
I'll do my best.
The bar, later.
But you don't, do you? You don't think you can do it a second time?
It's a big ask.
It's the cosmos all over again. But don't you realise, Joe, you're Cliff Richard?
Am I?
Yes, think about it. When Cliff recorded Mistletoe and Wine in 1988 and it went straight to number one, did he say, I'll never record another Christmas single that good, so I may as well just give up? No! 2 years later, he was back in the studio recording Saviour's Day. Bang! Another Christmas number one.
I get the point, Ted. You can stop.
I guess I can, because that's where Cliff stopped. Except, oh wait, maybe you've heard of a little number called the Millennium Prayer. And who's to say he doesn't have another number one in him yet? I wouldn't bet against him, and I wouldn't bet against you either.
Thanks, Ted.
This year was just your Mistletoe and Wine. Your Millennium Prayer is still to come. I know you can do it.
You're right. I can.
So you don't have to leave after all. Come on, let's get back to the party.
I might just finich my drink.
Well, in that case, I shall take my scratchings to go. I'll see you back there.
So, are you going back?
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, come on, he's right. You did it once, you can do it again.
I know, but that wasn't why I quit.
The party, earlier.
So how's everyone spending their Christmas?
Well, I shall be having a very traditional day.
Oh, mulled wine, minced pies, a cooked goose.
No, I'm going to Madame LaRue's Fantasy Palace for Men.
Tell me they're not open on Christmas Day.
On the contrary, they serve a very fine festive buffet, and their stocking stuffer special is remarkable value.
That's the most depressing sentence I've ever heard.
Only if you sentimentalize Christmas. I do not.
Christmas is special, sir. You can hear it in the singing of the street corner choir, in going home and getting warmed by the fire. In all the places you find love, it feels like Christmas.
Ted, are you quoting the Muppets' Christmas Carol?
It's my Bible.
He has a point.
If you wanted to spend Christmas with a family, you'd be welcome to have lunch with me and Mum. She's a great cook and I'd love a new dad.
It's a disturbing offer, Beach, but no. December 25th is just another day on the calendar. What you call Christmas was invented by men like me to sell soft drinks.
Sir.
Quite right, Starling. Men like us. You're in the club now.
Have you ever been visited by three festive spirits, Rupert?
Certainly. And I drank them all.
The bar, later.
Hello, Joe.
Amanda, did Teddy tell you where I was?
No, I have a tracking app on your phone.
Seriously?
After the Cosmos, I thought it best to keep tabs on you at all times.
You didn't worry you were violating my privacy?
Never for a second. Gin and tonic, here.
Coming up.
I suppose you haven't come to change my mind either.
Yes, I bloody well have. Do you know what happens to people who walk out on me?
No.
Well, nor do I, because no one has ever been stupid enough to try.
I'm sorry, Amanda. I have to.
Are you really going to make us talk about this?
No, you can just respect my decision.
Well, I don't respect it. It's an absurd reason to quit.
You don't know what the reason is.
Of course I do.
The party, earlier.
Amanda, what are you doing in here?
Escaping Teddy's never-ending Cliff Richard karaoke marathon.
He's having an intermission by popular demand. So you're up.
Joe, do I look like a karaoke person?
I suppose not.
You suppose correctly. You're not getting me near that thing tonight, so you may as well stop trying.
The party, 79 minutes later.
Still singing Galway Bay, and the bells are ringing out on Christmas Day.
The party, 79 minutes earlier.
And that's my final word on the subject. Anyway, I'm watching our numbers.
20 million?
Nearly. This is going to be a tough act to follow, Joe. You think you're up to it?
Do you think I am?
Yes.
Then so do I. I know you hate it when I say things like this.
Then don't. Why would you ruin Christmas by doing something I hate?
I just want you to know how much I appreciate...
Yeah, put it in an email. Or better yet, give it me on a mug saying world's best boss. That's what Teddy did.
Teddy got everyone a mug. It's a bit impersonal.
Yeah, exactly. All coffee, no sentiment.
I'm just trying to tell you what your support means to me.
Yes, and I'm trying to stop you. You know my feelings on feelings.
All I'm saying is we've had a good year and I think we should be proud.
I suppose we should.
And I think you and I make a good team.
I suppose we do.
And, as someone who's never really sure of himself, it's nice to be around someone who's always sure of herself.
I am brilliant.
Yes. You are.
I swear to God, Joe, if you try to kiss me...
No, I wasn't going to.
No, my goodwill to all men stretches only so far.
Can you imagine if I did? Can you imagine if I did?
I don't want to imagine it.
I think maybe I do.
Joe.
We make a really good team.
Right. I'm paying Beach 50 quid for his liver, and we need one of you to witness the contract.
Can someone stop this from happening?
The bar, later.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. It was the party, the music. I've drunk a lot of Teddy's blues stuff. Why did we have to talk about it?
We didn't. Except you went and quit your job out of embarrassment.
Amanda...
Joe, I came to tell you that it's fine. Do you have any idea how often men fall in love with me?
I'm not sure I actually said I was in love with you.
You weren't even the only one tonight.
The party, earlier.
My dear, I love you. And I want you to be my fifth wife.
Do you have any idea how often men think they're in love with me?
Am I the first?
Not even tonight.
The party, 48 minutes earlier.
Amanda, I love you. And I want you to be my mum. Mum, why do I get those two mixed up?
Go away, Teddy.
Yeah.
The bar, later.
Joe, it happens all the time.
Here's your drink. It's on the house.
See what I mean?
I meant what I said. I do think you're great.
Because I am. But you don't want to be with me.
Don't I?
No. You want to be me. I'm everything you're not. Powerful, confident, a woman. It's an attractive package.
It is. And you definitely don't think...
Joe, I'm going to say something to you. I don't say to many people. And I'm only going to say it once, and I don't want you misinterpreting it or making a big deal out of it.
Okay.
I am willing to tolerate your presence.
Thank you.
And you're right. We do make a good team. So don't walk out on me. All right. We're going back to the party.
I might just finish my drink.
Fine. But if you're not back in 15 minutes, I will track you down. Literally.
You going back?
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, come on. We all do stupid things at the Christmas party. It'll be forgotten by tomorrow.
Maybe. But that wasn't why I quit.
The party, earlier.
What are you two doing in here?
Watching the numbers. We're about to hit 20 million.
Oh, sir, I almost forgot. I got you something. Merry Christmas.
A gift, Beach. For me. This is extremely generous. A mug? Is that all?
Look what it says.
World's best dad.
They'd sold out of Best Boss ones.
Have they, Beach?
No, sir.
Beach, where is your true father?
I think he's standing right in front of me.
Your biological father?
I don't know. He ran off just after I was born. Mum says he saw the writing on the wall.
I can't accept this mug. But there's a man out there who can. I want you to give me a Christmas promise that you'll spend this coming year looking for your father. It won't be easy, but when you find him, and I believe you will, I want you to give him this mug and show him the man you've become. Because I think he'd like to meet you.
Thank you, sir. I will. I promise. Excuse me.
Do you really think he'll find him?
Oh, I've no idea. I just didn't want the mug.
You shouldn't do that. Play with people's emotions.
You'll want to talk.
What do you mean?
Where Christmas Lives. Why, it's the most cynically manipulative piece of advertising I've seen in 30 years.
It's just a nice little film about Christmas.
Oh, exactly. And it's increased Walton's pre-Christmas sales by 200%. What an achievement, Starling. You should be proud.
I was until just now.
You won't know this, but sometimes I've had my doubts about you.
You've hidden them very well.
But I persevered because I saw something in you I liked.
Was it my liver?
No. It was something that reminded me of me.
Really?
There's a hardness in you. You understand what makes people tick and how to exploit it. It's an ad man's greatest gift.
I don't really think I'm like that.
Well, 20 million people would disagree. Look.
We did it.
This calls for a celebration. My dear Beach, I wish to make a speech. And when I founded this agency, it was for one reason. I wished to secure my legacy. I wanted the name Hardacre to live on. It hasn't always been the smoothest ride, and at times I've despaired of finding someone to pass my torch to. But finally, I believe I have. A spiritual son and heir. A man whose shoulders are broad enough to carry my mantle.
Me.
Of course not, Beach. As if I'd pass a torch to you, you'd burn the bloody place down. I'm speaking of the man who sold Christmas, the man who destined him to become the new Rupert Hardacre. I give you Joe Starling. Well done, Joe. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Everyone, I quit.
The bar, later.
I don't understand.
He said I was the new him.
So?
So I don't want to be the new Rupert Hardacre.
What's wrong with him?
Everything. He has 4 ex-wives, no friends, 1 million enemies. His children don't talk to him. He tries to buy people's organs. He spends Christmas in a strip club, and whenever anyone reaches out to him, he shoves them away. He's spent his entire life manipulating people, and it's eaten him up. If that's what success in advertising looks like, I don't want it. I'll be something else.
What?
Anything. As long as it stops me turning into...
Was someone saying my name?
Hello, sir.
Oh, aren't you that boy who used to work for me?
I quit 1 hour ago.
What was the name? Jack Sparrow?
Joe Starling.
And it was something stupid. Barkeep, a double McCutcheon. Do this again. Nice to run into you, Sterling.
You didn't come to find me and talk me out of leaving?
You have a very high opinion of yourself.
I don't really.
I merely came in here for a whiskey. Do this again. I shall simply replace you, as I replaced all those who betray me.
I thought I was your son and heir.
So did I.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it like that.
You shouldn't have done it at all. This isn't just the whiskey talking, Starling. But I've been matured in sherry casks for 20 years, giving me a rich, smoky finish. Actually, that is the whiskey talking. What I mean to say is, it's Christmas. Don't throw away your gift.
I worry it'll turn me into someone I don't want to be.
Who?
Well...
You're running away to stop yourself becoming me.
It sounds a bit harsh when you put it like that.
Do you have any idea how many people want to be me? Would kill for the chance?
I'm sure. I just don't think it's for me.
You couldn't handle my life. You're not man enough.
Probably not, so I'm leaving.
Well, I'm appalled by you.
Like old times.
Barkeep, do this again, and one for the boy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. I believe I told you once, if you're ever in a jam, not sure which way to turn, ask yourself one question.
What would Rupert Hardacre do?
I'm glad you took it to heart.
I did. I'm trying to do the opposite.
Really? It strikes me that walking out on a good thing, on people who give a damn about you, because you're afraid, is exactly what Rupert Hardacre would do. Has always done. I know a self-destructive act when I see one. I ought to by now.
But advertising...
Whatever you think I am, Starling, I made myself. I just happened to work in advertising while I did it.
You don't think it helped?
A man is not his job. He's the choices he makes. And this is a damn stupid one.
You're saying I should stay?
I'm saying you should ask yourself, what would Joe Starling do? Well, what a nice whiskey. Goodbye, Joe.
He actually didn't pay for any of those whiskies.
Put them on my tab.
So, you going back?
I don't know.
It was a nice speech.
It always is. He's just trying to twist me into staying.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have another drink.
The bar, another Christmas Eve, many years later, maybe.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Joseph Starling lives his life by one motto. Always drinking?
Never drunk, I know. Double McCutcheon it is.
Thank you, barkeep.
You never worry about your liver?
Good point. How much do you want for yours?
It's not for sale.
Joseph Starling lives by one motto. Every man has a price for his liver.
It's a very specific motto.
You'd be surprised how often I've needed it.
Plans for Christmas? Seeing family?
God, no. You don't know my family. Nor do I, really. Awful people. Try to see as little of them as possible. I shall, however, be seeing a very special lady.
Queen's Speech.
Nope, going to a strip club.
On Christmas Day?
On December 25th. What you call Christmas was invented by men like me to sell department stores.
Still working in advertising?
No, I quit that a very long time ago. Best decision I ever made.
Really?
Turned me into the man I am today.
Well, you better drink up. I've got a rocket to catch. I'm spending Christmas on the moon.
What?
Because it's the future.
Oh, yes. It's not much of a future, is it?
Not really. Are you sure this is where you want to be?
No, I don't think it is.
The party, earlier.
We're walking in the air, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Joe, you came back!
Yeah! Where are all your clothes?
Mr. Hardacre won them in a bet. I was trying to win my liver back.
Where is he?
He's on the roof with Amanda. They're having a cigarette.
Why aren't you up there with them?
Mr. Hardacre doesn't like me breathing in second-hand smoke. He says he's thinking about my lungs.
I bet he is.
Also, it's really cold up there.
Take my coat.
The roof, a few minutes later.
Evening all.
Joe! Nice to see you. Teddy, nice to see slightly less of you.
I thought you were leaving us, darling.
Nah, I was just being stupid.
As ever.
It would be nice if we could go 1 year without you having a breakdown or trying to quit.
I'll see what I can do.
You, Beach. What day is this?
Today? Why, it's Christmas, sir.
This may sound rather eccentric, but I think I'd rather not spend Christmas alone. Again. I don't suppose the three of you...
I'd like that.
I'd love that.
I tolerate that.
Then it's decided. I shall book a private booth for 4 at Madame Laroux's.
Reluctant Persuaders was written by Edward Roert and directed by Alan Nixon. It starred Nigel Havers, Mathew Baynton, Josie Lawrence, Rasmus Hardiker and special guests Mark Evans and Victoria Rigby. It was script edited by Mark Evans, produced by Gordon Kennedy, and is an Absolutely production for the BBC.